What is up, Trevor? It's your boy Twisty, and my god, have I just found something. Now, I don't know if anyone's actually seen this yet. So, I was just casually checking through the Hall of Heroes event, right? Because I was like, okay, when does this thing start, right? So, I also wanted to know when it ended. Sorry, I've gone to the wrong event. So, as I was looking through, I scrolled down to the bottom of the Warden Neostone Fighter Hall of Heroes event, and I looked at it and I was like, Hall of Hero changes. Okay, I'll have a look at this. Starting from next month, the type of monsters that have been selected for the Hall of Heroes in the past may reappear in the upcoming Hall of Heroes. For example, the Wind Undyne that was selected for Hall of Heroes may reappear, or the Fire Undyne may reappear. So, and obviously they talk about other things about balance and things like that. But I had a look at the list of the monsters that have already appeared in Hall of Heroes, and this gets very, very interesting. And I wanted to highlight to you guys what we had, what we could get, and also what we're most likely to get. Non-commenters are not going to give us like Verdaheal or Lucian. So, okay, so first of all, we're going to assume we're going to forget about any of the monsters they can get. We're just going to go over the ones that they've already given us and see which attributes will be good, which attributes will be not so good, and what's the best and what's the most likely they're going to give us. We are going to assume they're not going to give us fusion monsters. That's what we're going to assume. We are going to assume as well that they could give us the same attribute again. And obviously with vampires and stuff, that we're not going to get Nat 5s. So we're only getting Nat 4s here. Okay, so let's start off straight away. The Wind Undyne. I don't want to go straight. I don't really want to talk about the skills too much. Because it's going to take the video is going to get too long, and we want to make sure we try and get through this moderately. It's just to show you guys what we could get, right? So I'm just going to go through the third skills because the second skills most people know. So she's actually decent. She was the first Hall of Heroes monster we got with immunity, and also so she's basically a better version of Konamiya. Except you can't take her into dragons. You can, but you need good rings because she's wind. The other one I looked at before this video, which I thought could be good, is the Fire Undyne, because she has the skill of like Brilliant, so HP even ratio, so you cannot heal block that, and additionally everyone recovers 15% HP, so it's pretty good. I set BRB. God's sake. Right, so we're back now. So those are the two ones I looked at as being the best possible options. Of course, whatever is the best option for you may depend on the monsters you have. But these, for me, are what I think are the best. You can have a look at the other ones whenever you want. But what I think we're most likely to get are the light and dark ones, just because commenters are a bit stingy. I mean, the skills are not amazing. Again, we haven't got that much time to go through all the skills. You can have a look at them, but we're most likely to get light and dark Undyne because they're not that good. I wouldn't mind seeing the wind one again. It's good to add because Draco gave us all fire immunity. It'd be good to have some wind immunity as well. Okay, so the next Hall of Heroes monster was Rakshasa, and as far as anyone's concerned, we got the water one. And there's no disputing that Hawa is the best Rakshasa. There's no disputing it at all. Most likely, though, we're gonna get light and dark. I mean, I shouldn't even have to explain why Hawa is so good. I'm not even gonna bother. If you don't know she's good, then you haven't really been paying attention to many people. Okay, so the next one we got was the Fire Nine-Tailed Fox. She's actually good, in my opinion. She is one of the monsters I actually want them to do again, just because that will give me my 100% completion on my Necro B10 Auto team, which I haven't built yet, but I have the monsters for it. It's a video on YouTube of someone using the Fire Nine-Tailed Fox And I'll show you the other ones. They also use Shimate, Colleen, Sophia, and Arang. No, they actually use Vigor. They didn't use Arang. So that's the team they used, and that auto's Necro B10. So I definitely want her to come back. But also the light and water versions are very good, but we're most likely gonna get the dark one. To be honest with you, this is Contours. They're not going to give us anything good. Just remember that. I mean, look at the light pirate captain. That was just a shambles of a monster that they gave us. Wasn't even. I didn't even bother farming it. Literally, did not even bother farming it. I didn't even bother farming the windmill, but we'll get to those. So the next one is the light succubus. She's decent. She is decent. I have to admit. However, the only problem is that she is a succubus. I really don't. I don't feel afraid of facing these monsters in arena, in dungeons, or anywhere. I just don't feel like they are. They just never seem to really destroy enemy monsters. So I mean, I guess there's some good ruined ones out there, but I'm not feeling it. They can give us any of them, and we're most likely to get any of them. I really don't care. That's just my opinion. I mean, they're not going to give us the fire one, so that's thankful. But I don't really care what they give us if they give us a succubus. So the next one is a lot better. Phantom Thief Dark. He was okay. Well, the way I see it is they can give us any of them. They can give us the water, the wind, the fire, and I think most people will be happy. I think if you give people light and dark, they will question, okay, is this monster actually good? Those are the light and dark ones are definitely not as good as the core 3 attributes. So it is debatable, entirely debatable, but most likely we're going to get a light and dark one, but I'd prefer to see one of the main attributes given to us. So the next monster is Sylphid, and as we all know, this was the Wind Sylphid, and no, I actually summoned my own and 6-starter, so well, obviously for me, I don't want to see her again, because, well, actually, to be fair, I could use some food, but I think most of you guys will probably want to see the Wind Sylphid. I completely understand. The water one, Lumericia, is also very good. However, I don't think they're going to give us Lumericia. Just my opinion. I mean, I'm surprised they even give us a Casus, right? I think they'll just end up giving us the Wind Sylphid again, and I wouldn't mind that. I'd get more food. But we're likely to get a different one besides the wind and water. And the worst case scenario, by far, is if they give us the fucking fire one. She is so bad. Sacrifices your HP to fully recover the HP ratio of all of the allies. And what is even more retarded is that she's probably one of the few monsters in the game, when you awaken her, she actually gets worse. Because I'll show you what happens when she gets worse. So basically, at the moment, right, you can so when she's unawakened, forget the other skills. You kill yourself and you recover the HP of all of the allies. That's okay, because say if you got like a Ladriel or whatever, then Ladriel's low on HP, kill yourself, Ladriel comes back to full HP, and then Ladriel just revives you. So that can be decent for arena defense. But when you awaken her, it doesn't make any sense. Let me just go find the awakened version, right? So as you can see, I didn't even bother awakening her. Attacks, decreasing enemies' attack power by 10%. I'm really not excited about that. And it recovers the HP of all allies fully when the character dies. So basically, you have to die. You can't kill yourself, if that makes sense. This is a lot better because forget the attack power decrease. That's not even relevant. That's not even important, to be honest with you. If we get her, I'm just gonna go mental. I mean, she'll be food, but she's really shit. She's food for her cases at the end of the day. That's all I can say. Okay, so what else we got after Sylphid? We got Vampire. Now we got the water one, and he is average. He's not very good. I think it's indisputable that Verd is the best one. Fire is the best one. We're most likely to get the water or wind ones. I don't think we'll get wind because he's fusion. Again, we're assuming we're not going to get fusion, so probably going to get water again. If they give us fire vampire, the Contours is just going to. Some of the wall players are going to go mental because Verd is one of the most desired monsters in the game. Okay, so the Kung Fu Girls, I'm just going to put it simply, they gave us the fire one. I don't really care which one they give us. They're all fairly good. They're not amazing though. I'm not too excited for getting any of them. I don't need them from Acropolis, so they're probably just going to be food, maybe kept in storage or whatever. But I mean, they are good. Don't get me wrong, but for me, I don't really need them. So next one was the Sylph. We got the Light Sylph. He wasn't too bad. He's not too bad. If I can show you the skills of what we got from the Light Sylph. The reason I didn't show you the conf videos because they all have pretty much the same skills. So Light Sylph, basically 4 times attack. So basically he is good for AoE, good for dungeons, secret dungeons. But apart from that, not too bad. So with the best chances, the best attributes we can get are probably any of them. Except Beretta. So if we get any of the Sylphs besides Beretta, obviously we're not going to get Beretta because she's fusion, we're assuming. But we can get any of those, and they're all good. I'll be happy with that, because the Wind one, Shimite, is good. The Taiwan is very good. Definitely both worth 6-starring, and the Light and Dark is pretty good as well. So after the Sylph, we got the Dark Death Knight. He is good, for sure. And to be honest with you, I looked at all the other ones, and we could probably get any of them, and I think most people will be pretty happy with that. The only question mark is the Light one, which is good because we're still on the same Light page. And let me just try and find him. So we're looking for the Light Death Knight. And the reason why I don't think he's going to be that good is because you need to kill an enemy with this guy, and for the most part, he is not really. He's supposed to be built tanky. Yeah, I don't like him, but you guys might. So we'll see what we get. Most likely we're gonna end up getting him. So the next one, Ninja, we got the Light Ninja. Undisputedly, Orochi, the Wind one, is the best. We're most likely gonna get the Fire one or the Dark, assuming we're not gonna get Susano. And the Fire one is just food, literally food, awful. The Dark one is sort of okay. Really just food for Orochi. All the ninjas are food for Orochi at the end of the day, but either way. So the next one we got was the Cobalt Bonner, and we got the Wind one. And I don't use bombers. I find them not as useful anymore, thanks to Veramos being on arena defense so much. So you can't really use them in arena. You can't really use them in dungeons, because if you take any nuker with you, then they're going to be dead before the bombs even go off. So, I mean, some people like bombers, so it's up to each their own, but I don't really like them. So, as far as I'm concerned, we could get any, and they'd all be pretty decent, but the worst we could probably get is Fire, because his attack is random, and you don't really want a random attack, you want a proper AoE. So, the next one we got was Samurai, and we got the Water Samurai, and according to most people, the Water Samurai and the Light Samurai, possibly the Dark one, are the best. But they all do similar things anyway, so it's not too bad. The main use of them is to counter Chloe, Rena, but you need more damage, so you got to hit at least 40k to have any chance of countering those. So we could get any of them. Most likely we can get any. This can be one of those monsters where they throw it in when they've got no other option of a monster to throw in. If that makes sense. Like if they know that they can't put in if the next one is Fire and they don't want to put in like Verd or something like that, they're obviously going to put in Samurai. So next one was Brownie Magician. There goes Fire. He's actually good. I use him a lot. He's very good because of immunity. But if you have Chloe, then he becomes sort of irrelevant, because Bernard takes up the attack bar buff anyway. And the best one is probably the Wind, because of his skills. I could actually show his skills while we're still on the page. Okay, goddammit. See, the thing is, you have to look now. I have to go to the Awakened version. So he blows up the bomb straight away, which is good, and decreases the skill time of all enemies by 1 turn. So it's not too bad. Some people will also say that the Water one is very good as well, and the Dark one is good. But to be honest with you, we could get any, and it doesn't really matter. Oh shit. I'm on the wrong one. I'm talking about the wrong monster. This is even crazy. I was talking about the Brownie Magician. Yeah, the Brown Magician, right? Sorry about that, guys. The best one by far is a killer. because he attacks all enemies and removes beneficial effects. So like Chiwu. Sorry for the small delay there. So we could get the Dark One as well. The Dark One's pretty good because let's look at the Dark One. His third skill, looks actually quite interesting to me when we find him. So Corona, he does damage to max HP damage. So again, you make him tanky. Removes harmful effects on the enemy. Okay. Yeah, he removes your harmful effects and then makes them go to sleep. So if you pair him with Orochi, you can put an enemy to sleep for several turns, assuming you don't have like an AoE monster that's going to take the harmful effects off. So he can be pretty good. He can be very useful. Very situational, but he can be good. And the next monster, as we all know, was the Light Pirate Captain. He is shit. He's food for the water, food for fucking Galleon. And I look, and Carrick, although he doesn't seem too good. Some people say he does hit like 30k with the right runes and things like that. So it all depends on runes for Carrick. Otherwise, if you don't have amazing runes, go for Galleon because he's a support monster. So, but most likely we're probably going to get the wind or the light. That's just what it's going to end up like, because they're going to give us the worst one they can, let's put it that way. Okay, so the next one was Magic Knight. They gave us the Dark One. And, to be honest with you, whichever one you think is best is debatable, depending on the monsters you need. I mean, most people probably think the Dark One is probably the best anyway, just because of the third skill, dealing damage to the enemy's proportionate to the enemy's max HP. But they can give us any, I don't really care. I mean, like, I'm not going to bother using them as food because I've got other monsters to work on rather than farm Hall of Heroes. But they can give us any, I'm not too bothered. That's going to be like a thing in the future anyway. Because that Magic Knight was so soon, I don't see why they give us a Magic Knight so close to that. So, the next one after that was the Wind Mermaid. And she is basically food for the water or the fire. And I think most people will probably agree that the fire is the best. But we're most likely going to get the wind one. Again, because she's the worst of all of them. I mean, the dark one is good too. She's good. Like, in fact, any of them except for the wind one are good. Like, they gave us the worst one they possibly could. That's what Contours do, man. Like, I got the water one, and she's max skilled on all the skill ups, and she is actually really good. Like, I use her in arena defense, arena offense, you name it, I use her. AoE sleep, irresistible except for the have immunity, very, very good. Don't need accuracy on her, so that's why I like using it. So, final one, as we all know, Water Neo Stone Fighter. I think it's pretty obvious that Trevor is the best by now. But are they really going to give us Trevor? No. Probably not going to give us Trevor. Like, if they give us Trevor, the arena defense is just going to be fucking mental to deal with. It's going to be an absolute bitch to do if they give us Trevor on arena defense. In a fight, as Hall of Heroes. And most likely to get any of them, because they can give us any, and they're all pretty good. I'm quite happy to give us the water one, Ryan. But yeah, so the video was a bit long. I thought not usually as long as my other videos, but I just wanted to talk to you guys about the monsters. And obviously you can have a look. Just search on the internet for the Hall of Heroes monsters. It gives you a list. But I just wanted to show you guys that they are probably going to give us some of these monsters again. And my god, if they give us Vertihilde and Mauritia, and like Arnold and Briand, Orochi, it will go mental. Well, most likely we're just going to get shit. We're probably going to give us like a light pirate captain, and then next Hall of Heroes give us a wind pirate captain, and then after that give us a wind mermaid. Like, that's most likely what's going to happen. But you never know. We might get Vertihilde, or we might get Hua. Like, we don't know. But just to show you guys, this shit could get insane. Like, if they give us like an Acasis again, shit will go down. because there's 50 million people downloaded this game. I'm sure like 10 million of you playing. So there'll be a lot of the cases. There will be a lot of the cases if they give us the cases. So yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Peace out.